good morning. You're welcome to Lawyers Alert's weekly live streaming. We apologize for starting a tad bit late. We had some technical issues here at the studio, and thankfully they have been resolved. This morning we're going to be looking very quickly at mental health, human rights, and the role we have to play in it. Good morning once again. My name is Doris Uzomaka Innocent. I am legal officer at Lawyers Alert, Nigeria. So I'm glad to be here in front of you this morning, and I hope that we really do have a very interesting time together. So our country is plagued with so much tension right now due to the security challenges that we're experiencing, not just from one quarter, but almost everywhere we turn, we see that we're having security challenges, and we are moving and bouncing from one bad news onto the next. And there's so much that Nigerians are dealing with right now in regards to our mental health, and of course there's a lot of human rights infractions everywhere. Not to talk of the minds of people, the agitations and everything going on. And so we might seem helpless, or might be onlookers, and there's really so much that we can do. And so I have some good news for us. We have a role to play to make our environment and society better. We may not have thought about it before, but now there's something for us to do. So the first thing I think that we should pay attention to is keeping the peace around us, in our families, in our communities, in our neighborhood. The little that we can do to keep the peace, let's do our best to be that peace, be that arm of peace, bridge of hope to our community. Let us be a safe space. Be ready to listen to people. Someone told me 2 Sundays ago, and he was like, I've become home for others. Let's pay attention to other people as we pay attention to ourselves. Let's try to be a home for other people. Let's listen to them. Let's try to help them. Let's preach peace. Let's be preachers of peace wherever we find ourselves. And this message of peace and hope is very important, because spreading news of hatred and tension and being angry will not move us forward in any way. As much as we may have a reason, in fact, some will actually argue that we do have a reason to be angry and to be filled with tension and all of that. But being angry, being full of hate, and being sad or depressed will not help our situation as a people. And so that's why we must encourage peace in every quarter that we find ourselves. Then the second thing I want to talk about, in addition to preaching peace, is that we need to verify every information that we spread on the social media and in our personal space, because you never know. You never know who you're talking to, you never know the state of mind of the person, and you may just be spreading bad news at that point. It's important that we stop spreading bad news, or rather wrong news, sorry. It's important that we stop spreading fake news, wrong news. Let us do our best to ensure that the news that we spread is authentic, is real, is true, not false. It is very important, so that we do not add to the mayhem in our society, so that we do not be contributors of the insecurity and the security issues and the problems that we have. Let us be contributors of solutions to our society. And part of that solution that we bring into our society is bringing about verified news. News that is true, news that is whole, news that is not fake, news that is not false. So that's the second thing that we have to do in our society. That's the second role that we have to play. The third thing that we can do to make our communities safe and better is doing some good. I know everybody is suffering. I don't want to say suffering. Is feeling the bite of the inflation and the economic downturn. And some people are not feeling it at all, and that's great. it's important that we find some way to do some good. On Twitter, we have people who are doing amazing work. Amazing, amazing, amazing work. Kudos to Tunde Onakoya and his team. Your chess community competition for slums is an amazing, amazing story to tell. And like I told you on the TL the other day, it's a script that has come alive. And kudos to your team. I just want us to take glean from that lesson and begin to do something. Talk to children, talk to teenagers, give as much as we can, start a project, but make sure you do it with the right team. Don't just go on your own. Start up something good. Write a new story for our communities. As much as there's bad news around, I believe that we can begin our tales of good news. The good news that we see around, like what Tunde Onakoya and his team did in Makoko, in Makoko community, is something that people put together. So you and I can put together projects that we can do to make our communities better. It doesn't have to cost us so much. It doesn't sometimes may not even cost us money. It can be clean up, can be some hygienic exercise that we can take, something as little as buying stuff for children in orphanages, taking out time, volunteering to teach. Some people are doing amazing work on the Twitter space, but we can do more. I just want to encourage us to do more. This is our role in keeping the peace in our communities and in our country and in our society, Nigeria. And the good news that we're waiting for, we are the ones who are gonna, put the good news together. So when we put the good news together, that's gonna be like, oh my God, I'm grateful. Someone's gonna wake up and be grateful, like, oh my God, I'm grateful. I just saw good news on my TL. There's good news in the newspapers. There's good news on the social media because you did something in your community, you did something in your family, you did something in your neighborhood, and you shared out there, and they're like, oh my God, this is amazing news. So these are some of the ways that we can play a very wonderful role in our communities and in our society. I'm going to add that we should do our best to not be the toxic ones. Take care of your mental health. Prioritize it. If you have to shut out of social media for a while, please do that by all means. And then come back. Take out time to meditate. Take out time to love yourself. Take out time to journal, write down stuff. Be in touch with your feelings. As much as possible, declutter your mind. Work on yourself. You need to work on yourself. Build yourself. Love yourself. And if you're a person of faith, in any faith that you belong to, pray. I know that it helps a lot. Wherever religion you belong to, just pray. We need our minds to be safe because whatever we do is a product of what is in our mind, what is in our hearts. And so we need to take care of that place because when we have sound mind, we're able to relate with people in the right way. We find out that we have less human rights infringement, and we see that our communities and our societies are thriving, development is coming, because we have the right mindset, we have the right set of beliefs and convictions that we need to move this country forward. Then the final thing I want to say that's part of our role in this situation that we find ourselves is to be security conscious. Yeah, I know we might say that, well, if you do everything right, inform the right people, take the right necessary security tips and security steps, and something bad still happens. I know you might say that, but it's more important to actually take precautions than not to take precautions. In his death gave us a huge blow as a country and as a people. And she didn't take all the precautions that she did, we wouldn't know what had happened to her. We wouldn't know what had happened to her. We would still be wondering where she went to and all of that. So it's best to take precautionary measures. As much as possible, walk in groups, work as a team. Let's do our best to make sure that the people that we love know where we're going to. Let's be accountable to others for our movements, the meals we're getting. Let's just be security conscious. Look out for signs in your neighborhood, in your environment, cars that have been parked there for a while. People, just look around. Beyond being security conscious for ourselves, we could also be helping other people to be security conscious. A girl was on her way to a job interview, and she didn't want to tell anybody in the bus where she was going to. And she didn't actually know the exact place she was going to. And so it took the help of other people in the bus who pressed on her to give them the address of where she was going to. And when she opened up, someone alerted the rest of the group. Oh, this place is not safe. This place, there's no company there, there's no organization there, it's just a pile of houses and some uncompleted buildings. And then they were able to help her be safe. So let's watch out for one another, and let us be self-conscious. Let us also be security conscious for ourselves and for other people. And these are the roles that we have to play. Let's not give up. We cannot give up. This is the only homeland that we have. And even if you have dual citizenship, this is still home. Yeah. So let's do our best. Let's be positive. Let's look up. Let's look out. Let's keep the peace. Let's not spread fake news or false news. Let's only spread things that are true. Let's spread news of hope, and let's be positive. Let's encourage other people to be better. Give words of encouragement. Do the much that we can do to make our society a better one. Let's keep the peace. What else did I just say now? Yes, projects. Let's carry out as much little projects, within your power, within what you can afford to do. You can come together as a group, you can do it as an individual, but let's do some good out there. The good that we put there is gonna be the good news that other people will wake up to. So just imagine everybody has good news, something good to celebrate, because we all went out there to do something good in our community and to other people. Another shout out and kudos to Tunde Onakoya and his team. You are highly celebrated all over the country because of what you did. You put a smile, not just on the faces of those children in Makoko, you put a smile on all our faces. Now just look at that. You carried out the project and it didn't just affect the beneficiaries. We are all beneficiaries because you put a smile on our faces. Then please don't be the toxic one. Take care of your mental health. Uphold the right virtues. Do your best to do what is right. Uphold the right virtues. Because my Nigerian people especially, let our conscience not come and get tired. Let us do our best to uphold the right virtues. Then finally, let us be security conscious. Let us be self-conscious. Let us be security conscious for ourselves and for others within our vicinity. I hope that we have been able to come to a consensus to be better people. My name is Doris, and Lawyers Alert is still here for your human rights needs. We are aware that courts are on strike, but we're able to handle other issues. And so we're just a phone call away, a DM away on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. You can check us out on our website. Just check us out and reach out to us. We are here to talk to you and counsel you and fight for you, That's how we do. Yeah, we're here to protect your interests. And kudos to everyone out there who keeps spreading out the good news. We look forward to having this meeting again next week, Thursday. And it was nice being here with you. I love you, and we love you. Have a good weekend. Bye.